Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. How many times have you found yourself overwhelmed, running on fumes, and just wishing for a pause button on life? I get it, we all do. In our fast-paced world, stress seems to be the default setting. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be? What if you could unlock a calmer, more joyful, and truly stress-free existence? Today, we're diving deep into 6 powerful, life-changing secrets that can help you do just that. These aren't just quick fixes. They are fundamental shifts in perspective and habits that will help you build a life of genuine peace and resilience. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's begin this journey together. The first secret is something you might have heard before, but I want you to really absorb it this time. Practice mindful acceptance. Now, what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean giving up or letting things walk all over you. It means acknowledging reality for what it is, without judgment. Stress often comes from the gap between how things are and how we want them to be. We fight reality, we resist it, and that internal battle is exhausting. Think about it. You're stuck in traffic. You can either honk your horn, tense up your shoulders, and mentally fume about being late, which only spikes your cortisol levels. Or, you can accept the situation. Okay, I am in traffic. I cannot change this right now. Take a deep breath. Maybe put on your favorite podcast or playlist. By accepting the reality of the moment, you reclaim your power. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You're an observer who can choose your response. Start small. The next time something doesn't go your way, instead of immediately reacting, just pause and say to yourself, "This is the situation right now," and breathe. This simple act of acceptance dissolves resistance and is the first major step toward inner peace. Secret number 2 is to master the art of letting go. So many of us are carrying around heavy baggage from the past. Old grudges, past mistakes, regrets, what ifs. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. It slows you down, drains your energy, and keeps you tethered to a past you can't change. Letting go is a conscious decision to release the emotional charge tied to those memories. One powerful technique is visualization. Close your eyes and picture that grudge or mistake in your hand. Feel its weight. Then, imagine opening your hand and watching it float away like a balloon, getting smaller and smaller until it disappears. Forgiveness is a huge part of this, and remember, forgiving someone isn't about saying what they did was okay. It's about freeing yourself from the poison of resentment. Forgive yourself too. You did the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. Every time you find yourself ruminating on the past, gently guide your focus back to the present moment. The past is a story. The present is where your life is actually happening. Let go of what was, so you can fully embrace what is. Now for our third secret. And it's a big one. Cultivate a gratitude mindset. Stress thrives on focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, what we lack. Gratitude is the direct antidote. It literally rewires your brain to look for the good. When you actively practice gratitude, you shift your entire perspective from a state of scarcity to one of abundance. And the best part? It's incredibly simple to start. Get a notebook, and every single night before you sleep, write down 3 things you were grateful for that day. They don't have to be monumental. It could be the warmth of the sun on your face, a delicious cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger, or the comfort of your bed. By doing this consistently, you train your brain to scan for positives throughout your day. You'll start noticing the small joys you previously overlooked. This practice doesn't eliminate problems, but it changes your relationship with them. When your mind is filled with appreciation, there's simply less room for stress and anxiety to take hold. You begin to realize that even on the toughest days, there is always something to be thankful for. Moving on to secret number 4, prioritize your physical well-being. Your mind and body are not separate entities. They are deeply interconnected. When you neglect your body, your mind pays the price. You can't expect to feel mentally calm if you're running on caffeine, sugar, and no sleep. Let's break it down into 3 pillars. First, movement. This isn't about punishing yourself at the gym. It's about finding joyful movement that your body loves. It could be a brisk walk in nature, dancing in your living room, stretching, or cycling. Physical activity is one of the most effective stress relievers available, releasing endorphins that act as natural mood elevators. Second, nutrition. Fuel your body with whole, unprocessed foods. Think vibrant fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. What you eat directly impacts your mood and energy levels. Reduce processed foods and sugar, which can lead to energy crashes and heightened anxiety. And third, Sleep. This is non-negotiable. Aim for 7-9 hours of quality sleep per night. Sleep is when your body and brain repair and recharge. A sleep-deprived mind is a stressed mind. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine can make a world of difference. When you treat your body with respect and care, you're building a strong, resilient foundation for a stress-free mind. Our fifth secret is to set and protect your boundaries. Say it with me. No is a complete sentence. So many of us are people pleasers, and we stretch ourselves thin trying to meet everyone else's expectations, often at the expense of our own well-being. This leads to burnout, resentment, and chronic stress. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are guidelines to let people know how to treat you respectfully. It's about knowing your limits and communicating them clearly and kindly. This applies to your work life, not checking emails after hours. It applies to your social life. It is okay to decline an invitation if you need a quiet night in. And it applies to your family. You are allowed to protect your time and energy. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to it. But every time you honor your own needs, you send a powerful message to yourself that you matter. You are teaching others, and more importantly yourself, that your peace and mental health are a priority. Start small, be consistent, and watch how your stress levels decrease as your self-respect grows. And finally, we arrive at our sixth and perhaps most profound secret: connect with a sense of purpose. A lot of our modern stress comes from a feeling of being adrift, of going through the motions without a clear sense of direction or meaning. Your purpose is your why. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning, beyond just paying the bills. It doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing mission. Your purpose could be raising kind children, creating art that brings joy, being a compassionate friend, caring for animals, or excelling in your craft. It's about finding what lights you up and aligning your daily actions with that. How do you find it? Get curious. What activities make you lose track of time? What topics do you love learning about? What problems in the world do you wish you could solve? Volunteer for a cause you care about. When you live with a sense of purpose, daily stressors become smaller. They transform from overwhelming obstacles into mere bumps on a meaningful journey. Your purpose becomes your anchor, keeping you steady and focused, even when the seas of life get rough. It provides context, meaning, and a deep, unshakable sense of inner peace. So there you have it, 6 powerful secrets to living a more stress-free life. Practice mindful acceptance, master the art of letting go, cultivate a gratitude mindset, prioritize your physical well-being, set and protect your boundaries, and connect with a sense of purpose. Remember, this isn't about achieving a perfect, stress-free state overnight. It's a practice. It's about taking small, consistent steps every single day. Be patient and compassionate with yourself on this journey. Which of these secrets resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your thoughts and experiences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on living a happier, healthier life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.